Hi, welcome to Renover by Radhika to our episode 18. If you want to know about the mistakes you can make while designing your house and how you can save yourself from it, then stay tuned. मुझे जल्दी से कमेंट में लिख के बताइएगा कि इनमें से कौन सी गलतियां आपने ऑलरेडी कर रखी हैं अपने घर में और कौन सी आप रेक्टिफाई करेंगे और कौन सी आप ये गलतियां बिल्कुल नहीं दोहराना चाहेंगे. So, one of the most major mistake which generally gets committed when you're designing your home, आप ये गलती बहुत आसानी से कर सकते हैं when you make a wrong choice or wrong decision on your lighting. And this is such a major fault because इसको रेक्टिफाई करने के लिए फिर आपको दोबारा से नई लाइट फिटिंग्स लगानी पड़ती हैं, बल्ब्स चेंज करने पड़ते हैं, all that kind of stuff happens. So, from the very beginning, please understand how you're going to use your lights. For your lights, keep one thing in mind. अपनी लाइट्स के साथ में ये ज़रूर ध्यान रखिएगा कि आप उसमें लेयर्स क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. वार्म वाइट, येलो, ये सारी वेरिएशन आपकी लाइट्स में होनी चाहिए बिकॉज यहीं से आपका एनवायरनमेंट चेंज होगा. सो डू नॉट मेक दिस मिस्टेक कि हम पूरे ही घर में वाइट लाइट लगा दें या हम पूरे ही घर में येलो लाइट्स लगा दें क्योंकि इन सब के पर्पसेस अलग हैं. दिस इज अनदर एरिया वेयर मोस्ट ऑफ अस मेक अ मिस्टेक. Even the best of designers can go wrong over here. So, as a lay person or a layman who is trying to design their own house, आप भी ये गलती कर सकते हैं. एंड ये गलती काफ़ी भारी पड़ जाती है क्योंकि एक बार ही हो जाता है तो आप चेंज नहीं करना चाहते जल्दी जल्दी. तो हम कोशिश करेंगे कि पहली बार में ही वो गलत ना हो. और ये गलती जनरली होती है हमारे कलर्स को लेकर, वॉल पेंट को लेकर. सो व्हेन यू आर चूजिंग योर पेंट, मेक श्योर दैट यू क्रिएट अ स्मॉल सैम्पल. अपने घर की वॉल पे एक प्रॉब्ली 2x2 का स्क्वायर बना लीजिए और उस पर पेंट कर लीजिए. एक बार ही वो पेंट हो जाए, जस्ट लिव विद इट फॉर अ डे और टू एंड सी हाउ यू फील अबाउट इट. If you feel good about it, go ahead. If you don't, please do not go ahead, change. Otherwise, off-white, cream, beige, white, these are good colors. They are safe. You can't go much wrong with them. The only problem comes in if you are taking something like pink, blue, green, तो कौन सा ब्लू कौन सा पिंक ये बहुत मैटर कर जाता है. With neutral colors, you're generally on a safer side. So, choose your colors very carefully because again, I'm repeating this, it happens to best of us. We can go wrong over here. Acha, another area where you can go wrong and you can make a mistake and get carried away is when you're choosing your furniture. Because when you're choosing your furniture, you might just go to a store and you like one certain chair. And then you go to the next store and you might just like a different style or themed chair or another piece. Now, what you really need to make sure is that everything should have a logical sense. Okay, another mistake. It's not that common, but ये मैंने काफ़ी जगह notice किया हुआ है. So I think it's a good valid point to share it. A lot of people love to keep open storage, and I don't know why. Like, especially if you can't maintain it, then please don't have an open storage. Have a closed storage. Nobody in this world is interested in seeing your mess. Believe me, not even our parents, not even our kids. So keep the mess inside, have a closed cabinet, have a closed storage. Especially, I've noticed this in quite a few houses. They will have an open space for shoes. Please don't do that. Your shoes should always be hidden in a cabinet, not put out open for everybody to see. Don't do that. And especially at the beginning of your house, the moment somebody enters, you want them to see your shoes. Don't do that. अगर आपके यहाँ पे वो culture भी है that any guest who comes in has to take out their shoes and then walk inside your house, उनके लिए भी अगर आप जगह बना रहे हैं तो एक closed shutter के साथ बनाइए. Have a closed cabinet, not an open shelf. Another very common mistake I've seen is people, I don't know why do you do that. मतलब कि ये तो बहुत ही बड़ा disaster होता है. Having too many styles, too many themes, or too many colors in a small area. Now imagine you have a small house and you have made one room as a green room, pink room, blue room with colors and wall paints and everything. Oh my God, why do you want to do that? उससे तो आपका घर और छोटा लगेगा. So don't add too many styles or too many themes. Stick with one. जो भी है आपका, हम पहले भी इससे पहले वाली वीडियो में मैंने स्टाइल्स को ही डिस्कस किया है. प्लीज गो टेक अ लुक एट इट कि आपके साथ, आपकी पर्सनालिटी के साथ कौन सा स्टाइल सबसे अच्छा रेजोनेट करता है, किस स्टाइल के साथ आप अपने आप को देख सकते हैं, whether it's traditional, contemporary, industrial, there are many that you can go with, but choose one style, one theme for your house. Or probably if you want to be too creative, keep one room for your creativity, but for the rest, just go with one style. That is what I would suggest. Now, another thing that you need to be careful about is your TV cabinet. Don't make it an open cabinet, or don't even have an open shelf in it, because that area is only going to be messy. Do not. Second, try not to have a TV cabinet of the same size of your TV. Go larger and just have a closed unit. A large closed unit will be much better than an open unit and a smaller unit. आप बढ़ा लीजिए. At least अगर supposedly if your TV is of 40 inches, so 40 inches plus 12 inches this side and 12 inches the other side, that should be your minimum TV unit length. Your TV unit needs to be larger than your TV. That will give an impression of not just luxury, but it will just look nice altogether. It will give you that option that tomorrow if you want to go for not just 40 inches but even 50 inches, you can do that pretty easily. So at least itna margin apne saath leke chaliyega and go for a nice long TV unit on one wall dedicated for it. You will enjoy your experience of watching TV as well. Oh my God, wall panels. They are here to stay. They are not going anywhere. Wall panels, they look elegant. They look very nice. लेकिन condition ये है that it is done keeping certain principles in mind. So यहाँ पर generally people go little wrong, and वो जो wrongness है वो ज़्यादातर इसलिए आती है because वो वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा contrast डाल देते हैं. Try to keep it little monochromed so that it doesn't look very heavy, because imagine the entire wall having a wall panel and it is on a contrast or contrasting within itself. तो वो बड़ा major problem हो जाता है, and people do not realize that it doesn't look elegant then. It doesn't look stylish. It actually looks bad. So what you really need to keep in mind, अब मैं आपको example के तौर पे बता देती हूँ. Supposedly, if you have a darker wall, don't go for white beadings, right? or vice versa. Try that your wall color is seamlessly put on your wall beading, जिससे आपकी wall paneling हो रही है. So it should be on a monochrome tone, one tone, not contrasting one, because the moment you'll do a contrasting one, your wall will look not just heavy, it will look bad, right? तो इस बात का जरूर ध्यान रखिएगा, because wall panels, a big thumbs up, everybody can go for it if they want it, but if you really want a wall panel, please just don't make it too much of multicolor thing. All right, this is another very popular thing. Even in the past, there was a trend where everybody used to have at least one white room in their house. That, oh, this is going to be my all white room. Looks airy, looks very good. But over here, you have to be very careful about one thing, that it should not start looking bland. Because all one tone, say not just white, even if you will go for beige or any color, but just that one color will just make the whole place look so bad, I can't even tell you. Airy, yes, it will be light, it will be airy, but boring. To create depth and to create a character in any space, you will need to add some contrasting colors. You will need to add some texture in those areas. Whites are still popular. There are people who would prefer all white. Nothing wrong with that. It looks good. Just remember to add texture, character to that space. Add at least one contrasting color, because there is this common mistake that we can do with all white is that everything will blend in and nothing will stand out. All white is very good, but for a meditation room where you don't want to lose your focus, where you just don't want to get distracted by anything, because that is what it's going to do. You will, your eyes will not travel anywhere. That's the thing. So the moment you will add some contrast or some texture, your eyes will move around the space. And that is what we want. So keep this point in mind when you are designing your space and if you plan to go all white. Oh, another very important point. If you have a small space and you add small artwork, it will not look very good. The space will look more tighter with smaller artwork. So what do we need to do over here? If we want that space to look bigger, go with a bigger artwork. The moment you will add some big artwork in a small area also, that place will look bigger than what it is. So keep this point in mind, that if you're even creating a cluster of small artworks, I would personally suggest you go for one large one. That will do the trick. Believe me on this one. अच्छा, अब मुझे जल्दी से कमेंट में लिख के बताइएगा कि ये कौन सी गलतियां आपने अपने घर में ऑलरेडी कर रखी हैं, और ये गलती क्योंकि अब मैंने पॉइंट आउट कर दिया है तो आप या तो चेंज करेंगे या जब नया घर बनाएंगे तो उसमें नहीं करेंगे. तो मुझे जल्दी से लिख के बताइए. एंड इफ यू लाइक दिस एपिसोड, share, like, subscribe, and follow for more. Bye bye.